What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. This video right here takes place in South Carolina, where a woman was wrestling with her dogs. She had two of them, and they turned on her, and they killed her. So, this is a video of it right here, and I want to play the video, and then I'm going to get into the commentary.
Two dogs described by the coroner and shelter officials as boxer mixes, blamed for the death of an upstate woman as neighbors tried to understand.
They was trying to kill Miss Nancy. Yeah. They wanted Miss Nancy to die. I don't know what their beef was with that lady, but they was trying to kill Miss Nancy.
Amber Greer says she first heard the screams as the dogs tore into the owner, 52-year-old Nancy Cheryl Burgess Dismuke.
One on one arm, one on the other arm.
One neighbor picked up an axe and started whacking the dog to try to free the woman.
Grabbed the axe, was the only thing I could find, and then, like I said, I went in. It was almost like the dogs didn't feel it at all.
I mean, he grabbed the axe, I grabbed the guy's shelf, and we just beat the dog off him.
William Long says the dogs appeared to be possessed and continued to lunge at the owner, who was described as a very small woman.
Remind you, Nancy is what, maybe 80 pounds. Maybe. She's tiny. She's tinier than her.
Neighbors say the woman often played with her dogs, allowing them to gnaw on her arms. That was the case again on Thursday, when neighbors say something went terribly wrong.
Now that was a damn shame. Yeah, I like dogs actually. You know, I grew up with dogs. You know, my father always kept a dog around the house and give me, you know, something to occupy my time with and what have you. And I had here recently, past few years, several years, I had a couple German Shepherds. You know, one that we had for like 12 to 15 years maybe. But you know, I messed up and I bought a puppy, another puppy German Shepherd around him, and you know, it's like that hurt him. You know, and he never got over that. You know, it's like he kind of got jealous about that, and he never got over it, and it kind of like took him down. So he wound up passing away, and then, you know, I had the other one, and he grew, but he just never was the dog that my first, you know, German Shepherd Salvatore was. And you know, but I still love him just the same. His name was Arturo. Then I got another one to keep him company, and his name was Chuko, and he was a German Shepherd too. Now that dog didn't have good sense, and I can tell something was wrong with him. You know, I can tell something was wrong with him, and he actually wound up, you know, being the dominant one dog over the oldest one I bought him for, and keep him company. You know, and the oldest one started following him. It was just crazy. So I wind up pretty much letting Chuko go, you know. But the thing is this, you know, and yeah, Arturo, he wind up passing away too. And ever since then, I haven't got any more dogs. But I do plan on, you know, me and my wife discussed it. I do plan on getting another one sometime, you know, soon. It's just, you know, I love, you know, watching them as they grow. You know, from puppies, getting them when they puppies and playing with them and stuff like that. But it's just that when they get old and, you know, they hip and stuff start going, that hip dysplasia shit start messing with them, and ain't nothing you can do about it. It's a hurtful thing to see. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's your dog. You know, we develop feelings for, you know, our pets and everything. But one thing I always did, I always established dominance with my dogs. And I never played games with them, like playing with them, you know, and getting down on the floor and wrestling with them and all that kind of shit, because these dogs have primal instincts. Now, something I bet you could have happened to the point to where when she was playing with them, one of them did something that sparked adrenaline in her system. In other words, that scared her. And then see, when she breathed, she released that smell of fear, you know, from her mouth or her nostrils. And that triggered those dogs. 9 times out of 10. That triggered those dogs to act in such a primal way, you know. And then she probably couldn't really, if she was as skinny as them people that woman was talking about she shouldn't have been down there wrestling with them anyway, you know, or what have you. But they are very primal animals, and you have to be, you know, pretty much in some ways primal to deal with them and let them know basically who the boss is. Now she wasn't that big like the woman said. She wasn't ready for that kind of thing, you know. Now these dogs turn on people, you know, as it is, you know, especially when it's two of them. Especially when it's two of them, you know. I've read another story back here some years back. Now, if y'all remember, I mean, if y'all heard when that guy said he whacked him with an axe, and he said it was like nothing hurt the dog. It was like he was possessed. I'm going to tell you something. I read a story here on the internet, had to be about, I don't know, 5 to 10 years ago. I don't know, somewhere around there. And it was the same thing. It was a dog that looked like one of these that you're looking at right now. But it was black. You know, Frescanero or Pitbull or something like that. He was dark though. He was somewhat black. Now I looked at that dog. You know, they had him on the web page, and he killed his owner. He jumped in and killed his owner. You know, and I looked at that dog. You know, I could see that dog had another dog on him. I could see it. Now the dog that was on him, you know, was in the picture. You know, it was in the picture, but it was on that dog. It was shadowy looking. I could see it. Now, the thing is this. There are evil spirits looking and going about to get in wherever they can to control some living fleshly vessel to do stuff like this. Now, like I told my wife when I first seen that situation with that dog that had that other dog on him, I saw it. I said, that's probably what triggered that dog to kill his owner. It was the foreign spirit dog that was on him. I had some pictures that I took across the street of my neighbor's yard. You know, if y'all watch my first video, y'all hear me mention them, and a lot of where I got those pictures from across the street. And one day I took some over there. It was storming out, but it was still daylight, around 7 o'clock in the evening. And there was a dog over there, and he was floating. I had the picture. I'm telling you, I had the pictures of this thing. It was I don't know. He kind of looked like something like these kind of dogs, but much bigger. But it was a spirit dog, and it was black and white, and he was just so more robust than these dogs right here. And you can see him up over the fence. And my wife said, they don't have a dog over there. I said, no, they don't. They don't have a dog. And plus, it wouldn't have been levitating anyway. But what happened with those pictures is that I did some with my phone and got locked out of it. And it said, if I can't open it and get to swiping all kinds of ways or whatever, if I can't open it, it's going to delete my pictures. And I'm telling you, if y'all think that the pictures that I got, that I showed you in my first video, if y'all think those pictures were something, those pictures pale in comparison to what the pictures I had in that particular camera, man. And so I'm hoping I can, get some more pictures. I even tried to get them back, but they gone because I ain't had them, wear a backup on it, on my picture phone, to actually, keep them where I can get them, even if I lost or delete them accidentally. But the situation is, man, I'm telling you, you got to be careful. If you got these dogs or whatever, you know what I mean? Especially if it's two. Hell, you got to watch them even if it's one. You have to be careful. You have to watch the way they act. You got to watch the way they act. You know them, but if it's coming like a foreign feeling, one day you get with them, be careful. Let's get into the story. Okay, as we know, a woman in Greenville, South Carolina, was killed by her two dogs, who attacked her after play wrestling in her front yard. According to WYFF, 52-year-old Nancy Sherrill Burgess, Dismuke, wow, was killed after her two boxers mixed, became aggressive, and mauled her while they were playing. See? Now, also, too, you can see them play with one another, and then all of a sudden they'll get real aggressive, start fighting. It's kind of like it's just the way they do sometimes. Nature, their nature. But, okay, it says her neighbor, Amber Greer, told the news station that Burgess Dismute regularly wrestled with the dogs, but that this situation was different. They were trying to kill her, Greer said. One dog was on one arm eating it, and one was on the other arm eating it. Damn. Yeah, see? And these dogs, I mean, that woman fed them dogs and all that. We don't really know what was going on. I'm just saying, totally speculation on my behalf, but I'm just saying it's messed up to see and hear this. Other neighbors who lived in the same trailer park as Burgess Dismute grabbed weapons to get the dogs off of her. One person grabbed a piece of wood and another grabbed an axe. Now the damn axe definitely should have got the dog off of her. The dog didn't let go until the neighbor with the axe hit one of the dogs in the back with the axe. Deputies who arrived at the scene applied tourniquets to Burgess Dismute injuries. However, she died from her injuries at the hospital. Her two dogs are expected to be euthanized on Friday. And these are the murderers right here. Now, shit, this one on the left, shit, he looked crazy. You want to know the truth about it? You know what I mean? He looked nuts, like something off with him. And see, the most dominant dog, for the most part, and when you got two of them, the other one's just going to follow him. See? And it wasn't even like if one turned on the woman that the other dog was going to be like, no, fuck that. I love her. This is my, master or whatever. I ain't going to let you do that. And then jump on her. Jump on the other dog. Didn't happen that way. It's really too bad. But yeah, if y'all got dogs or whatever, always be careful. You know what I mean? We love them and everything. And we even let them live in our houses and stuff like that. But, don't forget they animals. And, hell, we got humans do the same shit. You ain't careful. You got to watch them too this day and age. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. And make sure y'all like and y'all comment and share and subscribe. Okay? And this is James, and I'm out. Peace.